Stephanie, come here, come here, come here.
What's up, Mr. T?
Come stand under that that Tide Pod.
Tide Pods.
You're not gonna shoot it, are you? No. I'm not gonna shoot it. Of course not.
Okay.
It's just for a picture.
You son of a...
A few years ago, Sig Sauer came out with the P365 and it truly changed the concealed carry market. After a few initial hiccups that Sig had with these pistols, they kind of ironed out all the issues and they have been proven to be very reliable and very durable. The way they changed the market is they fit 10 rounds into this little tiny magazine in this little tiny gun. There hasn't been a micro compact pistol that really held more than 6 rounds until the 365 came out. After the 365, Sig came out with the XL version, had a little bit bigger grip, a couple more rounds in the magazine, and then the slide was optic ready. After the XL version, they gave us the SAS treatment. So they took the regular 365 and they gave it the Sig anti-snare treatment. What they do is they remove a lot of the things that may snag or snare when you're drawing from the holster. And they say it's good if someone is off-body carrying or pocketbook or in a pocket, anything like that. Let's dive up close so we can go over some of the differences between these two pistols and then we'll roll in some range footage. Real quick before we get started, just want to go over my holsters. I only run for the most part M2 Tactical Solution holsters. I truly think they just make the most comfortable holster that I've ever tried. I don't get commission or kickbacks or $1 or anything for telling you guys this. There is a discount code Tiberious. Feel free to use it and get 10% off, but I really do enjoy their holsters. As always, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. They come with 2 10-round magazines. This is the flush fitting one. This has the pinky extension. They're metal, high quality, made in America. You can also get a 12-round magazine and a 15-round magazine if you choose. The grip on the 365 SAS is exactly the same as the standard P365. It is not the larger grip like the XL. However, you can put the larger grip on here if you choose to. Moving over to the slide, the magazine release, it's one of the few controls that has not been shaved down. It is a standard magazine release, so it's pretty easy to drop a mag with it. However, your slide stop and your takedown lever have been shaved, so they're pretty flush with the gun. Now you can still lock the slide to the rear. It's not too hard to do, but you definitely can't use this as a slide release. And then to take the pistol apart, you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver or something like that to break the pistol down. So it's not a huge deal, but it is a minor inconvenience, I would say. Moving up to the barrel and the slide, you see these cutouts here on the slides because it has a ported barrel. So it's supposed to help a little bit with recoil. I didn't feel a huge difference, maybe a very slight difference. Nothing huge. The other big thing is going to be the sights. If you notice, it doesn't have a front sight here, and it has this bullseye Mepro light type sight that is milled flush into the slide. So you see the whole top of the slide is smooth. The sight is not my cup of tea. Now you kind of have to get it lined up almost perfect. It's not bad if you're bullseye, if you're shooting very close. But at any distance, it's extremely difficult. And here's my problem with the sight. It's supposed to be tritium and fiber optic, so you can see the circle there, and then if it goes dark out, you can barely see it. You know, with my eyes, I can still see it a little bit, but the camera doesn't pick it up. There's your sight, and then in low light, so dim you can barely see it. Now think about this. In low light conditions, you have a ported barrel, it's going to be shooting flames and it's going to be all bright, and you have a sight that you can barely see. Probably a bad combination, but again, not my cup of tea, but it is a good gun. I just don't really care for those sights. With that said, let's go ahead and roll in some range footage and we can see, you guys can see me struggling to learn this rear sight.
First shots with the Sig SAS. Whoa. Ooh. Let's try that again now that I have some eye protection on. that front sight. Range. It's not bad, the front sight, but it's definitely strange. It's different. You got to kind of get it lined up perfect. We are going to compare the recoil on the SAS with the ported barrel to a regular 365. My regular 365 does have the XL grip, just so you know. First, SAS, obviously same ammo in both. That target. Next, P365, regular version. Strange. I didn't feel a huge difference in recoil, slight difference, nothing huge. The ported barrel, definitely a little less felt recoil. But the sights on the regular 365, I'm so used to them, so at this point, definitely prefer the regular sights. But again, we'll see how that changes as the day goes on. I know the 365 SAS is a close-up and personal gun, you know, within 10 yards. Just for fun, we always shoot at some distance, so let's give it a try and see how we do. Starting off at 10 yards here. 10 yards is a little easy. Let's back up a little. Yeah, starting to get the hang of the sight, not too bad. Let's go back a little further. What was that, 4 for 4? Not terribly hard, but with the recessed sight, it's definitely blocking all of the targets. So I'm kind of just hovering in the middle and hoping I'm there, but let's go back to 50. Took me a second to line up them sights, but we went 5 for 5. One for one and no ammo. Let's call it quits. Let's try that again. Eh, 2 for 5 at 75 with the mouse gun.
So obviously this pistol is made for a very specific type of person. Somebody who's worried about their controls getting snagged when they draw off-body carry, pocketbook, in the pocket of a pant, stuff like that. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of any of those types of carry. It's free country, you do whatever you want. I think it takes too long to access a gun in the pocket or in a bag, and a bag can get taken or dropped or stolen or left behind too easy. So I personally don't carry any of those ways, but different strokes for different folks. I think this is a great little pistol, again, for a certain type of person. I prefer the standard sights, and I prefer the standard controls. I like using that as a slide release. I don't like coming over the top as much. But again, different strokes for different folks. Before you make the decision, see if you can get your hands on one, see what you think of the sights, and then make an educated decision. As always, thank you very, very much for watching my reviews. It is truly, truly appreciated. Do me those 2 quick favors, please. 1, click the like button. 2, click subscribe. This way you get notified when we come out with new videos. I'll see you all next time. Peace.